Hey Sage, welcome. Okay, Armstrong, welcome back. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hey Jamie, welcome. I'm doing really good. Good for a Sunday night or Sunday night scaries. Sage, Senti, yeah, we took the tree down and kind of went back to the original setting when we first started, just because of the clutter. Hey Clay Logan, welcome back. I wanted to I wanted to keep the tree up, but I did a deep clean over the weekend in my apartment and I wanted to start again. So I was thinking that when we decorate for Valentine's Day, I'm going to try and find one of those lighted trees. I'd like to find like a white, thin, maybe like not a tumbleweed, but just a like a more a branch of a tree with pink lights on it. I think that would be really fun. Hey, I fell asleep with the first one. Was long? Oh, good, Wild Faith. I'm glad you're able to sleep. Hey, Gracie Gray, welcome back. For those of you who are interested, we are uh, doing our YouTube live as well. And when that one ends, it saves it. So if you would like to hear stories later during the week, you can go to the YouTube channel and look under the lives category, and then you'll be able to listen to some of the stories that we reviewed today, which is a really fun option. We'll begin in a couple of minutes. We'll wait for the room to go in. Hey, Victoria, welcome. Hey, Sage. Sunday nights we do the 10 o'clock feed for the East Coast, and then the 9 o'clock feed for the West Coast, and then Monday through Friday the same time. Wednesdays are Project Wednesdays. On Monday, we've started our vision board. So on Monday, we will do a positive story and then work on our vision board for the rest of the hour. My weekend, Stacy, was really good. I did a lot of deep cleaning. I tackled a couple rooms on Friday, on Saturday, and then today I finished the bathroom. I'm halfway through the laundry. I was finally able to unpack my bag from Spain, so I was able to throw that in the wash. Um, so the laundry's almost done. The rest of the week, there's a closet and then the hallway that I need to pull everything out, and I need to throw some things away. And then the pantry, I need to get that one, get that one going. Victoria, vision board is tomorrow, so we'll be working on that as well. We'll just wait a couple of minutes. Oh my gosh, we're already at 2.k thousand likes. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. We'll begin in a couple of minutes with our first story for the night. We're just waiting for the room to get filled. How's everybody's night tonight? Big plans for New Year's Eve? Is anybody going out? Amy C, I did, yes. Packed it all the way, put it in the containers and set it up. I made sure to put all the decorations in Ziploc bags so that they would stay fresh. Bam Bam is right here on the sofa. He's getting ready for a nap. Staying in, Clay Logan? Yeah, literally going to just make snacks and drinks and chill. Yeah, Gracie here. Oh, tomorrow's a new moon. Great vision for. Oh, nice. Sinister. I didn't know that. New moon tomorrow, yes. Hey, Sunset, welcome in. Pebbles. Pebbles and Bam Bam. Bam Bam is the boy, is the brother, and then Pebbles is the sister. They were rescues. We rescued them together, huh, Bam Bam? They were rescued together. The lady who rescued them told me to adopt them together. She goes, I need them to be together so that they'll be able to keep each other company. Hey, John John, welcome back. All right, let's look at our bin and see what stories we have for today. I am going to start with. I'm going to start with this one. I thought this one was really cute when I saw the. Yeah, Victoria, same. Yeah, they are brother and sister. When I saw this one at the library, I looked at the cover and I thought, oh, this looks really cute. It's very creative too. Mr. Walker steps out. And by Mr. Walker, we mean the little walking guy that's on the signal light here. Mr. Walker steps out. I love this opening flap here. And you've got him in all these different stages of walking. Yes, really, really creative. Thank you, Dartini. I really appreciate that. Mr. Walker steps out. Can you imagine the illustrator or the author of this is probably just walking down a street one time and started thinking to themselves, what if this Walker guy came out? What would he do? We love this little city. This is the introductory page. Bookstore. The little town square. Got houses here. This is, what do they call this landscape again? Victoria. This is shop and work from, work and shop and live. Work, shop, and live. Mr. Walker worked very hard. Every day he stood in the window of his boxy little house on the corner of Broadway and Main and let people know when it was safe to cross the street. So here he is, Mr. Walker. It's a busy, bustling city. All the different people. Up and down. Notice how everybody's wearing yellow. There's a lot of yellow here. When it was not safe, he held up a big red hand so everyone would stop and wait. So here's the busy city. People are getting ready to cross the street. And when it wasn't safe, he put up the red hand. Tell people to wait. This is probably a diner back here. As he worked, Mr. Walker watched lots of wonderful things happening just beyond his window. He saw puddles being splashed and bikes being ridden, kids looking at towers of ice cream, and dogs tugging owners on their leash. Definitely a diner. Yes, Nadia. You're right. So here he is observing what everybody's doing as they're crossing the street. Splashing water, ice cream, dogs being walked on a leash, people riding a bike, people coming home from the grocery store, somebody listening to their phone. Most days, watching was more than enough. But sometimes Mr. Walker wished he could step out of his boxy little house and do something wonderful himself. Aw, so there he is. He gets to see everybody doing the same cool things every day except for him. So one day he did. Mr. Walker propped up the big red hand in the window of his boxy little house and jumped down to the sidewalk below. Leaving was easy. He wondered why he had never done it before. So here he is escaping. He escaped. He jumped out of the various stages of him jumping out. And he realized that it was really easy and why he hadn't done it before. And there's the city. It's a really interesting, creative story. When it was safe to cross the street, Mr. Walker crossed, and right away he started doing wonderful things. So here he is crossing the street, just kind of looking around. And then he started doing some of the things that he saw everybody else do, splashing in the street, eating ice cream, a dog on a leash. Mr. Walker loves his walking. With each new thing he tried, Mr. Walker felt just a little bit bigger than he had been the day before. It was a very nice feeling. So Mr. Walker hopped on a bus downtown where he could do even more wonderful things, things he had never dreamed of doing. Some things were silly, some things were strange, and some were scary. So here he is hopping on a bus. You notice that um he's gonna get on the city bus and he's gonna do some things that he never thought were possible, like riding on a plane. He's got these balloons here, and then he's riding on a skateboard. Some were downright magical. Look at how pretty this picture is. You have the Brooklyn Bridge, you have this Manhattan skyline. This is post 9/11 because you don't see the Twin Towers there. Look at this gorgeous sunset, pink skies. And you see him just kind of gazing over the bridge, looking at the Brooklyn Bridge. Mm-hmm. With each day that passed, Mr. Walker found more wonderful things to do. He is on a roller coaster. It's probably Coney Island. There he is having a good time. Hey, Christina, welcome. Still, every once in a while, Mr. Walker would find himself thinking about his home on the corner of Broadway and Main. He wondered about the puddles and the bikes and the kids and the dogs and how they were all getting along without him. He wondered if they'd noticed he was gone. And he wondered, now that he felt so much bigger, if he'd still fit inside the boxy little house in quite the same way. And then suddenly, something happened. So here he is at the bus. He's waiting at one of the bus stops thinking, what's going on back at home? What is going on back at home? Do the people miss him? He's wondering if he could go back. Something very, very big. On the street in front of him, a truck's tires screeched. Horns honked, cars swerved, dogs barked, and people shouted. And in the middle of it all, someone stood frozen, someone very, very small. It was a little girl Mr. Walker saw who was trying to cross the street. Yes, New York is overwhelming. Can be overwhelming. So he's noticing this little girl here trying to cross the street, and there's nobody there to guide her. A lot of hustle and bustle. A lot of hustle and bustle. And then here you have, yeah, here he is on the side watching her. Without thinking about whether he was doing something big or something small, Mr. Walker took the little girl's hand, and when it was safe to go, he helped her cross the street. Aww. There he is holding her hand, taking her across the street, and he takes her right there to mom and dad. That afternoon, Mr. Walker made his way back to the corner of Broadway and Main. He found that he had missed his corner quite a lot. And it turned out the corner had missed him too. He is a dedicated walker, huh? The diner. I know, right? Clay Logan. Turns out all the kids missed him too. I love this crowd of people here. Let me show you guys. Let me get the right angle here. You've got a musician. I love this new mother here with her baby swaddled in that little blanket thing. And then all the kids waiting for somebody to help them cross. Really cute. When Mr. Walker climbed back into his boxy house, it didn't feel nearly as small as it had before. It seemed to have grown while he was gone, just the same as he had. Mr. Walker fit perfectly. He took down the red hand that he propped up in the window, and he signaled to the people that it was safe to cross the street. From that day on, whenever Mr. Walker watched the big, wonderful world from the window of his not so little house, he felt proud because he knew that he was an important part after all. So here he is back to his little home. And all the people are going about their business. And they're able to do it because Mr. Walker is back in his post. But even the most important people need vacations sometimes. Look at our friend Mr. Walker at the beach with his little chair, and then he's got a little pina colada. A little pina colada drink. Look at that beautiful sunset. Palm tree. Mr. Walker with his book. The end. Yes, sinister. Mr. Walker steps out. This is a good one. I really enjoyed this one. All right, our first book of the night for the West Coast feed. If you enjoyed this one, let's rate this one 1 through 10. What do you guys give it? Let's see in the comment section. 1 through 10. I'm going to shake my tea leaves while you guys vote. And then I'm going to drink some tea. We have, let's see, a 10. Clay Logan gave it a 10. Amy C. an 8. Gracie Gray a 9. Lauren Walker a 10. Sunset a 9. Sable Island a 10. Wild Faith a 7. I love how you set up this space. Oh, Sunset, yeah. We evolved. We're back to basics. Back to the basics. We went from this when we first started, and then we shifted over into Halloween, And then we did Christmas, and now we're back to square one again. Anna Perez gives it a 9. Lauren, yeah, this is my accent wall. I wanted an orange accent wall. I love orange. It makes this room so much bright. This apartment has really good windows in it so that you get a lot of natural lighting. And then there's a certain point where the natural lighting hits the orange wall and it's so bright. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that, Lauren. Okay, let's see what do we have next. I saw this one um, at the library, and I looked at the title and I started reading it, and I thought this reminds me of when I was a kid in elementary school at Oleander Elementary. I had one of those tin lunch boxes, and at the time, all the cool kids always brought their lunch in a lunch box, and they always had like fun things like sandwiches, peanut butter sandwiches, um, cookies, a whole bunch of stuff. And oh, hey Bree, welcome. Um, and my mom always used to pack my lunch with leftovers, and my mom used to make, which at the time I didn't understand this. She used to put chicken in my a lunchbox, and my mom would always make chicken out of cornflakes. So she'd get the cornflakes and she would crunch them, and then she would use that. She would make a batter and she would use that as the layering over the chicken. So good. I still have my tin lunchbox and thermos. Oh, fun. I think I'm going to keep my decor up for a bit longer. I know, Kay Armstrong, I kind of battled with that, but yes, cornflake chicken. My mom made that too. Oh, Greasy Gray. Yeah, it was really good. And I'm sad that I didn't, I was kind of embarrassed about it. The reason why I was embarrassed is because, everybody always had like the cool things that they would bring. Anyways, the reason I bring that up is because I saw this book, Lunch from Home. Somebody's a little embarrassed. Somebody's a little embarrassed. I made boneless chicken wings with cornflakes and they were so good. Oh, that sounds so good. Lunch from home. I know. Clay Logan. People had peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. They had. This was my like elementary brain at the time, second or third grade. I never bought anything cool. We get this solid green color in the opening page, which is a gorgeous color. Lunch from home. On Monday, everyone had a sandwich for lunch. Well, almost everyone. I love this action shot here. You have this, looks like the teacher. All the kids are getting their lunch boxes out, their lunch bags. This has to be early Y2K or the early 2000s because the kids have all graduated from the tin lunch bags to these fabric ones. Mm-hmm. Now they have crazy bento box lunches that are different shapes and stuff. Yes, nervous for my kids. The kids always got to bring gushers and stuff, but my mom only let me bring healthy things. Yep, Sunset. I can barely make anything, much less make it cute. Sinister. My son loves listening to books to help go to bed. Aw. Like mommy. Aw, Kayla. That's funny. Oh, cool. Happy almost birthday. I think of do something next month. Oh, yes. Yes. Bree's birthday is coming up. Yes. All the illustrations are so cute. Yes. The gestures are everywhere. The artist Phoebe Wall. She has a few cute picture books. Oh, cool. Yeah. Here we have just this action shot. Getting things ready for lunch. Pretty bought some soft dokla cake topped with fried spices called vagar and a side of bright mango pickles. Yum, my favorite, Petrie said, opening their lunchbox and smiling. But the kid next to them said, Yuck, that's your favorite? It smells stinky. No, it doesn't, Petrie said, smile fading. It smells like my kitchen. That night, however, they asked their mother to pack a sandwich for lunch tomorrow instead. Okay, so here, what kids do is just kind of tear each other apart. Mm-hmm. Pack me a ham sandwich with a cheese stick, fruit, and dessert. I love that. I hate when kids that. Yeah, it's so funny. Food can food can be categorical. So this girl's eating a sandwich with her little apple, and this girl here has got some homemade food. She is not embarrassed at all of her food. Yeah, food shaming. I remember when I used to get bullied in school for being Asian and bring. Yes, Lola. That's very true. The next day, a kid at Mina's table wrinkled her nose at her gimbap and said, Ew, you're eating seaweed. Mina looked at the neat green edged rolls of rice with carrot, radish, and ham at the center. It's not seaweed, said Mina. It's gim. Looks like seaweed to me, said the kid. Honestly, those look really good. Really good. Ooh, we've got some ginger with some red beets, looks like. Mm-hmm. Yes, little Debbie's. Mm-hmm. Right, yes, with their words, yes, they can. Especially when comes to food shaming. So on Wednesday, Mina bought a sandwich too. And when Nikki unpacked her everything bagel with its layers of lox, cream cheese, capers, and tomato, the kid next to her said, Cheese and fish? Are you actually going to eat that? Yeah, said Nikki. My dad says it's classic. No, said the kid. It's just weird. When she got home, Nikki told her dad she wanted regular sandwiches for lunch from now on. Everybody's starting to want regular plain old sandwiches instead of their bagels and lox. This kid, yeah, but you're right, reckless. Mm-hmm. On Thursday, Ray was the only kid who didn't have a sandwich. He had what he always had, a chopped up hot dog with a scrambled egg and some melted cheese wrapped up in a tortilla, like a burrito. Hot dogs belong in buns, said a kid, watching him take a bite. Not tortillas, everyone knows that. Ray shook his head. He said, his mouth full of burrito. But when his abuela picked him up, he said, No more burritos. I just want a sandwich from now on. Uh-oh. Burrito with egg, bomb, and a hot dog? Even better. By Friday, there were only sandwiches. They had gotten so shamed at the lunch counter that they all kept their cultural foods at home and all bought plain sandwiches. That is too funny. Yeah, they don't Clay Logo. They have no idea. There was some bomb lunches there. Somebody bought sushi and then lox with cream cheese. Hello. On Monday, there were only sandwiches. Look at them, all trying to fit in. All trying to fit in with their plain sandwiches. Mm-hmm. Basic, you're right. But on Tuesday, Mina declared, I'm sick of sandwiches. By the time I was grown up, I hated regular sandwiches because I had them too often. True. She's like all depressed now. She's like, I'm sick of sandwiches. So when she unpacked her lunchbox on Wednesday, it was full of gimbap and kimchi and spicy cucumbers and boiled bean sprouts and stir-fried ferns and dried squid in a spicy sauce called gochujang. But you know what? Jim is seaweed and I love it, she said. I used to make it gimbap. I use it to make gimbap with my Uma at home. She said, "Aw, hell with these sandwiches. I'm gonna go back to what's good." And she came back all prideful. Look at her little, her little. She's like, "I know what's good." That lunchbox actually does look really good. Then eating, we go to see the turtle. Aw, and a visa. So yep, I wish it. Kimchi. It was so healthy. Yeah, kimchi is really good. Yeah, with her nice bento box, right? People don't know the luxury of eating your cultural food. Yes, cultured food over American any day. Exactly. Aw, look at this really pretty picture here. It's her and her mom preparing the food. We love it. Let's look at their kitchen and see what they have inside. They've got some mid-century furnishings. We love a good mid-century chair. A rice cooker in the back. That's either a rice cooker or just like a regular pressure cooker. Shelving. A red refrigerator. Mm-hmm. Yes. Bento box. The next day, Ray's burrito was back. In fact, he brought two. My abuelo says egg and hot dog burritos make you strong, said Ray, before taking a big bite. He digs pools all day, and he's the strongest grandfather in the world. So Ray brought back his burrito and eggs, because he loves those. His two big burritos here with some lime. Con limon. Con lima. Oh, I love how they're showing the family. So there's the grandpa. Grandpa is our blue collar worker here. He's got his little belt with his tools. And then the grandma. Look at grandma. She's pretty. She's got a pretty blouse on. And then there he is getting his burrito. The next day, Preeti's Dokla with Vagar had reappeared. There are more spices in my lunch than colors in the rainbow, they said. Then they named as many as they could remember: cumin, ginger, onion, chili, mustard, coriander, cloves, and, they thought for a second, asafoetida. That's one of my favorite. Mm-hmm. There's a Netflix talk about Portland food. One of the chefs is like a little girl. I love that. Has some nice sets of white. A while back, I was looking some couple years ago. Oh, cool. Yeah. It does bring people together. And then here she is in her pantry. She's looking at all the spices. All the spices that are in the pantry. The same day, Nikki unpacked an everything bagel with lox and cream cheese and a side of pickled herring. It reminded her of Saturday mornings at her family's store when the line stretched out the door and everyone wanted a bagel with the works. That's lox, cream cheese, tomato, capers, and sometimes onions. Yum. Those are really good, actually. When I was in Denver back in, I think, October, we had some of these lox sandwiches for breakfast. They were so good. Oh, and then here she is at the store. Look at that gorgeous picture. They're at the deli. Getting all. Crazy great, yes. Especially when you splurge and you put in a lot of cream cheese. Even better. The kid next to her was quiet, staring glumly at his lunch. What do you have? Asked Nicky. Just a boring sandwich, said the kid. Maybe it's not boring, said Nicky. Maybe it's a classic. The kid smiled. Maybe it is, he said. Aw. Instead of shaming him for his regular sandwich, she asked him what it was. She called it a classic. And they ate their lunches together. Aw. There they are, all happy together. The end. It says this story was based on the lives of 4 real kids who all grew up to be professional chefs. Oh, interesting. Look at that. The end. Lunch from home. This is a good one. This was a good one. All right, let's take a vote. Let's take a vote. We started with. I know, I'm hungry too now. I was thinking the same thing. Mr. Walker steps out. Number 1. This is the first one we started with. And then 2, lunch from home. Which one is your favorite? In the comment section, let's see. 1 for Mr. Walker steps out, or 2, lunch from home. I see lots of 2s. I see lots of 2s. Yeah, lots of 2s. You can't go wrong with food. Gracie Gray, 2. I'm a foodie. Yes. Bree, 2. Stacy, 2. Sinister, I thought they would share and trade. Yes. 2 for sure. So beautiful, sharing cultures. Yeah, I really like the idea of food and culture being mixed together. Food and diversity, yes. Savvy. Hey, Savvy, welcome, Pete. Welcome. Welcome back, Savvy P. Mm. Let's see what else we have in the pile. I was trying to see if there was any in there that I did not read. Let's look at this one. John, I got the medicine ball 2 days ago. I think it was on Friday. New Year's plans. On New Year's Eve, we're going to make, I'm going to go to my mom's. We're going to make ham. I'm going to bring mashed potatoes. And then my mom usually makes buñuelos. Those are these tortilla-like things that you fry them. And then you put this hot syrup on top of them. It's really good. Lola, what's a sweet tea that's enjoyable to drink? A sweet tea that's enjoyable to drink. You know which one I find? Have you guys had the sweet tea at Raising Cane's? It's cold. Um, it's one of their signature drinks there. Have you ever had their sweet tea at Raising Cane's? It's so good. Medicine ball. Samantha, right? Yeah, it's really good. I just had some on Christmas Eve. Yeah. Yeah, it's good to see. It's good to spend time with them. Hey, Marcy, welcome. Hopefully, my brother will come with the kids. It's kind of nice to spend it, Christmas Eve. I like spending a quiet Christmas, or quiet Christmas, a quiet Christmas Eve, or New Year's Eve. I'm sorry. Um, I was talking to a friend and I was telling him, I remember back in my 20s and 30s, I had this like anxiety about where am I going to go for New Year's Eve? What am I going to be doing? Who am I going to be doing it with? Where am I going? Um, and now I'm like, I just want to stay home. Just want to stay home. We're making lasagna for New Year's Eve. Yum, that sounds really good. Gold Peak Tea and Pure Leaf are my favorites. Oh, Gracie Great Nights. Yeah, those gold leaf ones are really good. I've tasted those before too. Okay, our next one is called Snooze Fest. This one's about a sloth. We've had a couple of sloths coming up on our some of the read alouds that we've done. Are there any teas that are good by or like detoxing the body? Mm-hmm. Raising at the titles, yes, Snooze Fest. We love it. Lola, there is a tea company called um, the Solvang. I think it's called Solvang Tea Company. Solvang Tea Company, and they sell um, teas and spices. And I was looking through their catalog right now of teas, and they've got some really good, interesting ones. Solvang Tea Company, I think it is. It's in Solvang, California. You can order online. It's where I got my winter spice tea, this one that I'm drinking right now. Really good. Clay Logan, yeah. Solvang is really fun. It's a cute little town. Kombucha is amazing for the body. Lots of antioxidants and natural vitamins and minerals. We did. It clears you up. Ooh, a blooming tea in a clear teapot for winter solstice. Fun. Doesn't taste the best, but it's worth it. Yeah. Fresh lemon and ginger and tea is detoxifying. Nice. Yes, tea member. All right. Snooze Fest. We have this opening flap here that gives us this gorgeous quilt. These gorgeous patterns on this quilt. We love a good color. We love a red. We love a blue, an orange, and a yellow. Some greens. Snooze Fest at the Nuzzle Dome. In the center of Snoozeville dwells the wee one, the sleepiest sloth, Snuggleford Cuddlebum. In the center of Snoozeville dwells the wee one, the sleepiest sloth, Snuggleford Cuddlebun. That's a mouthful. We love a good A-frame house. We love a good A-frame. Big roofs, big bay windows, lots of natural lighting come inside. Look at that neighborhood too. A very cute neighborhood. Now, that sloth can sleep for a month at a go. The few times she rises, she moves in slow mo. Okay, so we go right into the story. Here's our friend. She can sleep for a month at a go. The few times she rises, she moves in slow mo. She takes her time. I totally feel her at this place. We're just chewing one kernel at a time. There's only one thing that can disrupt her rest. The day has arrived when she goes to Snooze Fest. This is the place where the best sleepers go to snore their way through the naptacular show. The bus picks her up right in front of her home. Right. It takes 1 to 2 business days to do anything, so I always start things early. I love it. So she's gonna go to Snooze Fest. That's the one thing that's gonna get her out of her house. She's going to Snooze Fest. And here she is with everybody else. Look at the destination, the Nuzzle Dome. And takes Schluffy Street to the Great Nuzzle Dome. So there they are. Looks like it's fall here in Snoozeville. They're going to the Nuzzle Dome. Here's the Nuzzle Dome right here, hidden in the back. That's really cute. They punch her snooze ticket. Her head gets a stamp, or her hand gets a stamp. She scopes out the scene for the best place to camp. All the best sleepers in Snoozeville are there, like wildcats and wombats and koala bears, and brown bats and squirrels and giant armadillos, all of them holding their blankets and pillows. Sign me up for this. Snooze Fest. There she is in line waiting. And then you've got all the contestants here. Look at the animals here just waiting to go to sleep. It's dreamy to see the stuff everyone brings. Their wumpiest, coziest, comfiest things. Bundles of blankets and fluffed feather beds. Puffy, poofed pillows to prop up their heads. This is really creative. So they've got all of their, guys, doesn't that look fun? Look at those pillows. So much fun. Blankets and nicknames like Knit Nick and Night Night, Lank Lank and Wooby and Baba and Bitey, Softy and Snuggly and Lolly and Dee Dee, Pinky and Minky and Gunk Gunk and Gigi. Some of the blankets are in mint condition, other collectibles rare, first edition. Some are so old they're all tattered and torn. This sloth has had her since the day she was born. Yeah, slumber party. Pinky as a kid. Look at their sleeping bags. While some choose a tent or a tree or a nest, Snuggleford Cuddlebum likes hammocks the best. Inside of her fort, she carves out a small nook and stashes her journal and best bedtime book. Once Snuggleford's settled, she strolls through the stands for posters and t-shirts and swag from the bands. She buys milk and honey and takes it to go, crawls back to her spot just in time for the show. So she's getting all her merch. She's getting all her merch. She's going to the merch stands, getting what she can. Because she's at Snooze Fest. Her best type of sleeping are on these, yes, a treehouse with the hammock. Oh, nice. That's great. That sounds so comfortable. The evening starts off with a PJ parade, the most stylish sleepwear that's ever been made. The famous designers behind the best dressed give Snoofest pajamas to all of their guests. So this is a whole thing. This is a whole thing. They are all in snooze. They're knee deep in snooze fest 2024, and they haven't even gone to bed yet. Diane von Furstenberg, Verse von First in bed. Oh, guys, you know that Diane von Furstenberg? She made that one dress. This one's called Diane von First in bed. Ah, that's funny. Alexander McDream, and then something futon, Laurel futon, and then dormant. Oh, dormant Gabbana. That is so funny. Uh huh. Yes, very good. I love that. It's a whole fashion show. Then all the big spotlights dim down in the dome, and everyone turns on their nightlight from home. Snoozillions of lights twinkling bright in the dark. A peaceful, warm feeling comes over the park. Okay, now it's time for Snooze Fest 101. Snooze Fest 101. D's nuts. What made you get into reading? Um, Elementary teacher. Was an elementary teacher for several years. Right now I'm doing middle school, and we always read books to the kids. And I don't know. It was just a good way to do my live. I got my live button on TikTok. And ever since then, I've been hooked. And we've rediscovered, together in this group, we've discovered the magic of children's lit. We elevate it. We've elevated children's literature from just reading it to kids to adults, healing their inner child and enjoying it at the same time. The first Snooze Fest band slowly climbs up on stage. The fans whoop it up for the chamomile rage. One plucks the harp while the other counts sheep. In the midst of the first song, the crowd's half asleep. The snoozers yawn deeply, yet still clap for more. The second act's also guaranteed a snore. So here's the entertainment at night, the Snooze Fest. It's very clever. A poet named Burroughs recites a haiku and imitates rain with his diggerly do. Then comes the lineup of classical bands who play until only the flautiest still stands. The nocturnal nesters and quiet quartet, tranquility trio and drowsy duet. These are our these are the best bands for deep relaxation, followed by sweet dreams and deep hibernation. So this is all the entertainment at Snooze Fest 2024. Snuggleford Cuddlebum sleeps through it all, tucked in her hammock, rolled into a ball. Snuggleford Cuddlebum smiles in her lair. She's dreaming of flying a sloth in midair. At times she will whisper, "Man, this is the best." It's all that she's wanted from this year's Snooze Fest. This kind of concert is just too tyrerific, dreamy, delicious, and so soporific. Really good language too. Really good vocabulary in this one. She is knocked out in her little hammock. Several days later, the Snooze Fest is done. And who's still asleep? Why, it's Miss Cuddlebun. She's tired and groggy and loggy and lazy. She's drooly and foggy and dusty and hazy. This is almost like music festival where everybody falls asleep. One more holiday left, guys. Let's enjoy this weekend. Yes. Thank you, John John. By now, even Snuggleford's had quite enough, so she picks up her trash and packs up her stuff. The bus picks her up at the Great Nuzzle Dome and drops her back off right in front of her home. Yeah, she's participated in society. She's participated in the world. Now it's time for her to come home. Because remember, she is a introvert. She's an introvert. She likes her alone time. Then she went out to the snooze fest to go mix with the people, but she's drained now. It's time for her to go home. Snuggleford Cuddlebum climbs back in her bed. She's conked out, exhausted, a sloth, sleepyhead. She puts on her Snooze Fest sleep mask souvenir and says, "Thank you, Snooze Fest. I'll see you next year." Yes, she needs to recharge her social battery. And look at her. She's doing a damn good job at it. Salt BB. No, these are checked out from the local library. Some of them are mine. They are from my library, my own personal library. But like this one, we like to go to the library because we love these crinkly covers. And if you get a really good library book that's been there for a while, like this one, it has that old library smell, which we love. Okay, let's take a vote. For those of you who are new, yes, and the gentle page tapping. Mm-hmm. Yep. Linear Beauty, yep. Those of you who are new, if you are new to the live, we read Sunday nights. We read the Sunday night Scaries away, Monday through Friday as well. We start with the East Coast at 10 o'clock. So if you're in the East Coast, if you tune on to this page at 10, we read 4 stories a night. If you're on the West Coast, we read 4 stories a night starting at 9. And we put each time zone to bed. Mm-hmm. And then we vote. We take a vote. We started the live with Mr. Walker Steps Out. We followed that up with Lunch from Home. And then we just finished Snooze Fest. Let's take a vote in the comment section. 1 for Mr. Walker Steps Out. 2 for Lunch from Home. And then 3 for Snooze Fest. Yeah, John, sleep is really important to me. Don't fuck with my sleep. Don't mess with my sleep. If I don't have sleep, I get cranky. And then throughout the day, I have to have a nap. About when 2 or 3 o'clock rolls around, I need a nap. Otherwise, I get cranky. I won't have a good night. Bree right, period. Clay Logan, I usually like to get to bed around 11 o'clock. Yeah, John, naps are important. Or else I get super cranky. Super cranky. So I see a lot of 2s. Samantha, right? Yeah, when it comes to sleep, don't mess with my sleep. Samantha, you're funny. You have to have beauty rest. Yeah, you do. It's really important. I love my naps. Are you on the West Coast? Yes. Suki Bobby. I'm on the West Coast. Yeah. Just finished my vision board. Oh, nice, Pinkberry. Is your YouTube channel the same as your YouTube channel? Gracie Gray, yes. If you click the link in my bio on TikTok, it'll send you over to my YouTube. Right now we're doing we're streaming live on our YouTube channel. And what YouTube does the same thing with TikTok. It'll record the live, but YouTube uploads it right away. So if you want to see what we did during the East Coast feed, it's up now. You can go and watch it. Hmm. Hmm. My husband is a big nut. It's like, it's great. Yeah, I love naps. The best. The best. Okay. Our last book for the night. I saw this one. Yes, normalize nap dates. I totally agree. I'd rather nap too. Hmm. Yeah, yeah. All right, this one, Hanukkah pajamaka, pajamakas. I love the title of this one, and I love this little girl because of her hair. She has a she has a very cultural hair. Hanukkah pajamaka. Hanukkah pajamakas. And when you open the book, my friend has a cat named Dreidel. I love it. And you open up this little. Thank you guys. Thank you, Zuri, for those prizes. I really appreciate it. Got these little presents. John, I think you had mentioned something about Hanukkah books. So we have one. It was the first night of Hanukkah, and Ruthie couldn't wait to celebrate. She tore open her Hanukkah present and squealed in delight. Pajamakas. I love that. Pajamakas. Look at her family. She's got a lot going on. She's got a little sister. They've got the menorah. All the presents. And she opens up her little box to find her pajamakas. I love her hair. It's so cute. Nice and frizzy. You can wear them to the Hanukkah pajamaka party, Ruthie's dad said, ruffling her hair. But I want to wear my Hanukkah pajamakas all 8 nights. Well, okay, Ruthie's mom said. Just make sure you keep them spotless for the party. I'll be very careful, Ruthie promised as she headed into the kitchen. Her little sister Sarah raced ahead. Let's make latkes. Uh-oh. I don't think she's going to keep her promise for too long. No, it wasn't either. Oh, John. Oh, okay, yeah. This book love it. Oh, Clay Logan, it was you. Oh, okay, yeah. Might have been somebody else in the chat. Oh, this book, yeah. Concerned, right? Yeah, so she's there. She's all excited for those pajamas. Pajamakas. Ruthie grated onion and potatoes, sprinkled salt, and even flipped and fried. Golden latkes sizzled in the pan. Ruthie taste tested bite after bite. Uh-oh. Girl got to work right away. She got to work right away with her latkes. And then, uh-oh, kersplat. Look at her face. She got it all over her. She got it all over her pajamas. Those are just streaks, Ruthie said with a wipe. My Hanukkah pajamas are still spotless. On the second night, when it came time to recite the prayers, Ruthie took safety measures. She held the shamash and lit the first candle. The Hanukkah pajamas. She just said that these are streaks. That's it. They're still spotless. In her mind. Just a splotch, Ruthie said. My Hanukkah pajamas are still spotless. So she lit the candle and she got wax on her sleeve. So she's not only got stained food stains on her shirt here, she's got wax now on there. She's like, no, that's okay. She goes, they're still spotless. It's just a splotch. On the third night, Ruthie wrapped gifts and hired a guard dog. Patches will protect my pajamas. But an unexpected game of chase turned into trouble. Crinkle! That's definitely not a spot, said Ruthie, scratching at the strips of tape. Uh-oh. So here she is with her guard dog, and there's the tape. The dog wrapped the tape around her, and look at, now she's getting worried because she's got a tape spot on her Hanukkah pajamas. On the fourth night, Ruthie's family stopped by her cousin Jake's house for suffagnet and soccer. Staying spotless would be easy. But when she leaped before looking, Ruthie ended up covered, squish, in ooey gooey. She licked her fingers, but my Hanukkah pajamas are still spotless. Girl, this is already what, day 4, and she's playing soccer in her pajamas? No. But then she's playing it like she falls into this vat of cookies. Yes. No. Has her mom said not sitting? Nope, she hasn't. Look at her though. She's loving those. Yeah. She does have rose colored hair. This one kicked in. Good night. Okay, have a good night, Gracie Gray. On the 5th night of Hanukkah, Ruthie had another idea. She and Sarah crafted holiday placemats. I've got this covered. But the hoodie made it hard to see. This is our Project Wednesday. She put on this hat or this coat so she wouldn't get the stuff all over her. But she couldn't see, and she got glitter all over the place. Floof. Dad groaned. Glitter never comes off. Ruthie grinned. Sparkly, not spotty. On the 6th night of Hanukkah, Ruthie got gimmels and chocolate gelt and twirled like a top. My Hanukkah pajamas are still spot free. Yeah, she's got glitter all over these pajamas now. She's swirling around. Yes. Sunset, West Coast speed, mid-prime, yes. Uh-oh, she's swirling around. And then look at crash. And look at what her eyes are looking at. She's having way too much fun. And then she trips and falls, and she's gonna fall. It looks like right into that batter. As Ruthie got ready for bed, she saw streaks and splotches, sparkles and squishes, but no spots. If the oil could last 8 nights, so could her Hanukkah pajamas. So she did end up falling into that vat of mixture. But she's still thinking, no, there's no spots. Look at the dog sleeping. Hanukkah pajamas. Pajamas. But night 7 didn't go exactly as planned. The holiday sing along got sloppy, and the make your own menorahs were a mistake. Squelch. No spots here. Oh, look at her. That's a cute little outfit here. Squelch. They were painting. They got paint all over themselves. Amy, see, they are hot. They probably smell like sweat too, because she's playing soccer in them. On the last night of Hanukkah, everyone got dressed for the family pajamaka party. Mom and Dad looked at Ruthie's pajamakas. Oh my, Mom said. It's a miracle those pajamakas made it through all 8 nights. Dad chuckled. But I see spots. Dotted, not spotted, Ruthie smiled. Look at Mom and Dad's pajama set. How cute, huh? Mm-hmm. Yeah, she did let her get into the bed all filthy. Her pajamakas. Look at the Mom and Dad. They're gentle parenting her. Family trickled in. Everyone listened to music, ate latkes, and played games. Then it was time for the family pajamaka photo. One last spin, said Ruthie. Ruthie's the leader of that family. She tells everybody what's up. Look at their little festive party that they have, the pajamaka party. All 8 candles, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 9 candles are lit. There were spills and splatters, plops and globs, smudges and smears, and sparkles, and our little friend, she is chaos. She's a little chaotic. Everything she does, she becomes a mess. She is playing DW Energy, you're right. Melanie, yep, her gentle parenting. Mm-hmm. My Hanukkah pajamakas are finally spotted, Ruthie laughed. It really is a Hanukkah miracle. So she, as long as it didn't get spotted, it was considered clean. But she finally got them spotted, and now she's now it's time to wash them. The end. Hanukkah pajamakas. I like this one. I think my vote has shifted. I think, but it was a tough night though. You guys got a lot of really good ones today. We started out with Mr. Walker Steps Out. This was a good one. This was a good one. Very creative, very different. This is a 1. Our first one. Then we did Lunch from Home. 2. Cultural Food. Then we read Snooze Fest. Very interesting. And then we just ended with Hanukkah pajamakas. All right, let's take a vote. 1 in the comment section if you like. Oops, I'm sorry, no. 1 if you like Walker Steps Out. 2 for Lunch from Home. 3 Snooze Fest. And then Hanukkah pajamakas. Bree, my vote is still for 2. Samantha a 4. Sinister a 2. Jasmine 3. Sunset 3. John 2. Clay Logan 4. Jasmine 4. Amy C 4. Stacy 2. Jasmine 4. Sheep Jam 2. Yeah, I think I'm gonna shift my vote to Hanukkah pajamakas. Just because I love saying the name, Hanukkah pajamaka. And then this is a new one. Not notice that the wrapping on this book is clean. It's because it's new. Same as Mr. Walker Steps Out. They're not as crinkly as this one. Let's go home. So the Jewish holiday celebrating how many days the light when it was. Oh, yes. We need to do a deep dive into Hanukkah. Okay, friends, that is it for tonight. Thank you so much for the 37,000 likes. Tomorrow is Monday. We will be doing Manifestation Monday. We will be working on the vision board and then reading a positive book for the last full day of 2024. And then we go into New Year's Eve. The YouTube page is up. If you would like to fall asleep to any of the stories, YouTube automatically uploads the lives. So we have two lives in the books on YouTube. So go ahead and enjoy those if you'd like. Alrighty, everybody, we'll be back again tomorrow. 10 o'clock for the East Coast feed and then 9 o'clock for our West Coast friends. Have a good night, everybody.